Father, we thank you again for having us gathered here, and we pray about the city, that you give us insight on the issues at hand, patience to find the right answer, and courage to go forward with that answer. And with us each one, guide us each one.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I call this meeting to order at 6:01. Roll call, please.
Here.
Here.
Here. Okay. Approval of the agenda.
Maybe we approve the agenda as presented.
I'll second. Okay, Dave has moved that we approve the agenda as presented. Bobby has seconded that. All those in favor? 3-0. Okay. Approval of the March 28th minutes.
I move that we approve the minutes of March 28th.
Okay, Bobby has moved that we may approve the minutes of March 28th. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Doreen has seconded that. All those in favor? Okay, 2-1 abstention.
Well, was it right?
Okay,
We moved to approve it.
two in favor,
I don't
1
agree with it.
abstention. Okay. All right, old business. Number 1, business stimulus from the ARPA funds. I've kind of taken that over just a bit. I called and spoke with Lisa at MSU. She's in the small business department in Joplin. She sent me to Amy Kaufman. Amy Kaufman is with MOCAN. She sent me all of the information from Joplin Capital Corporation. So what I've received so far on these, basically, just as a reminder, we voted to put out business loans in the amount of $5,000 to small businesses. We're trying to figure out how to actually put those out there into the public. So what they have forwarded me is a sample of a loan application, items to consider when creating a business plan, which shows the requirements of a business plan. Just talks about Joplin Capital. They have an actual loan policy that they sent. It has criterias, eligible applicants, non-eligible applicants. I think maybe we can use this as a guideline. And then it also has project cost information on that. The only thing I've really tried to do is I tried to go with a company that would just basically hold our money and do the loaning themselves, but I have not found a bank willing to do that. Any ideas beyond that? Okay. So I believe we can adopt some of this. If you would like for me to, I can take their information, move it to what we believe might be more acceptable for us, and then put it back in front of you guys. Is that?
Yeah, I'd like you to take care of that.
Okay. So that's what I'll do is I'll go back, pull up what they've sent me, adapt it to what I believe you guys might want, and then bring it back to you. I would entertain postponing this or adding it back onto an upcoming agenda so it doesn't fall off my radar.
You have a date in mind?
Give me at least a month, please. I don't want to drag it out too far. But
4 or 6 weeks?
4 would probably be okay.
I make a motion that we postpone this discussion until May the 9th.
I'll second.
Okay, Doreen has made the motion to postpone this, put it back on the agenda May 9th. Bobby has seconded that. All those in favor? 3-0. Okay, we'll get that back on there. Senior Center Health Compliance. I got a couple questions for you guys before I pull in a contractor. Number 1, I've been looking at it up there, and my concern is if we do a 3-bay sink that is commercial, then we're going to lose all those cabinets. The option I was thinking is 2 regular kitchen sinks and a not granite, but a like a quartz type top or something. If you leave a Formica top in there, it's just gonna get
Yeah.
ruined. It's ruined right now.
Yeah.
So, but, I mean, we can rip the cabinets out. What's your guys' thoughts on it?
The cabinets along the sink, along the
Yeah,
east wall.
if you put a commercial sink in, you're gonna have to take all of those cabinets out, and then you'll just have a commercial sink with 3 bays.
Would it be possible to put cabinets underneath the bar, where we could actually replace the cabinets in that area before the sinks could go in?
Yes, we were planning on doing that too. Then if you do that, then you still lose all of that cabinet space and then you don't have any extra storage. We have done a pretty good job of putting those shelves in that closet that Michael built us. And so if you think we'd be sufficient with just having the overhead cabinets and no lowers, then we can do that. Jim, do you know, was that tiled up underneath it, right? Or is the tile going to the cabinet?
I don't know, the cabinet was in there when we done the center one, so the tile and the cabinet were already there, so I don't know.
Okay.
I think if we could find a decent, maybe even a larger size, more like a farmhouse sink, and then too small to do to have the 3 spots that they want us to have. Of course, try and get some deeper ones, because the ones in there are so shallow that they're not really.
So basically, if we do those, what it should take away is the drawers,
Mm-hmm.
and then we might have plumbing drop down into some of the cabinet, we'll still have cabinets.
Yeah, we just maybe take out one of those cabinet doors and work our way.
Okay. I just didn't want to make that decision on my own. I wanted to make sure that you guys were with it. I don't want you to walk in and be like, why did you not put a commercial sink in there? So,
Yeah. I mean, to make it, to keep access for cabinets, I think if we can get it that way, let's try it.
sounds good. Okay, we don't need to vote on anything. I just needed more guidance on that. And if you want, you can pop it back on that May 9th meeting again too, if you'd like, and then we can readdress it. It's up to you. Number 3, citywide cleanup dates. We planned on doing citywide cleanup right after the citywide rummage sales. However, it's come to my attention that we're going to be short-staffed, and I won't be in town also to help. So we really wanted to move that to May 13th and 14th. Does the council have a problem with that? May 13th and 14th. It does, right, Jim? Okay. I was thinking that's what we, so I don't think we necessarily need to vote on that either. But we'll put it on May 13th and 14th. I did go ahead and let Sandra know, and I think she's sending out a flyer on it too. So, we also, just so you know, the homesteading group was looking for some activities and some volunteering. I would like to set up a thing where we talk to some of the citizens that struggle to get things to the road if they have heavy stuff in their yards. Get some volunteers to go and move it either to the side, or at least tell us ahead of time. I think there was a couple times, Jim, that we went up either on a porch or really close to the house. If they were there telling us, we were like, okay, we'll pick that up, we'll pick this up.
I'd like to go this way, but no problem.
Yeah, we'll throw it away for you. So, and we did a lot of that. So, anyways, that's that. Number 4, ordinance 930, redistricting alderman wards. We want to make sure that the city is aware of our concerns. North and south is not split very well. I think we had like 970 in the south and 420 in the north when it comes to our voting wards. So we were going to go ahead and pass this, but we're going to slow down for 1 minute. We're going to sit down and have a public hearing, like a town hall meeting. So on April 25th at 5 p.m. I'm just going to write that down really quick. We're going to have a public hearing where people can come in and voice their opinions on this. What we would like to see happen is switch from north to south and go east to west, because we feel like that would be a better split of our town. You would use Main Street down, basically. As of right now, they use 60 Highway. If you have a chance, pull it up on Google and take a look. You can see just by housing the big difference. But we do want to know what the citizens think about it and how they feel, so we are going to have that public hearing. So I would entertain a motion to postpone this to that April 25th meeting, please.
I move that we postpone this until we have the public hearing on April 25th.
Okay, Bobby has made the motion to go ahead and postpone Ordinance 930 to April 25th. Do I have a second? Okay, Gabe has seconded that. All those in favor? 3-0. Okay, we're moving on to the April 2nd, 2024 election results. I'm just going to give it to you ladies. Oh, do I? Oh, okay, I apologize. Yeah, I probably do have that in here. There's been some confusion on the bids. Originally, it was placed in the paper for the 14th. We tried to retract and change that. It still ended up as the 14th. So in order to make sure that we are completely fair with all of the bid contractors, anybody who might bid on this project, we're going to go ahead and move that. Thank you. We're going to go ahead and move that on to the.
It's not on this one either.
Yeah, it's not on this one either. I think this is the old one. I think it's on the picture I took of the one out there in the lobby. Let me make sure, 'cause if it's not, then we won't even discuss it. Yeah, number 5, bids for development of city lots. Yeah, so that's what was posted out there. We have one without it on there. Anyways, there was a misprint, and it says the 14th. I've talked to 2 of the contractors that are going to put in bids. One of them really thought it was the 14th. The other one thought it was this Thursday. And so we have discussed it. We're just going to wait until after the 14th to open these bids. I want to make sure that no contractor gets left out of this. I just don't think it would be right for us to go ahead and do it. So we did not open the bids at 4 o'clock today. We are going to wait until 4 o'clock Monday. We will open the bids then. Okay. Is any, you guys have a problem with that or anything?
Sounds fair.
It was kind of just an executive decision. You were here, we had to make it on the fly, so, yeah. I just want to make sure that we are fair to all. Okay, now. Take it away, lady.
Regarding certification of the April 2nd, 2025 municipal election, pursuant to election law RSMO 115.124, I recommend election authority in Newton County, Missouri, hereby certify the results for the April 2nd, 2025 municipal election are as follows. Alderman for City of Grand North Fork, 2-year term Bobby White. Alderman for City of Grand South Fork, 2-year term Kristen Zucchi. City of Grand Proposition 1, yes 85, no 23. City of Grand Proposition 2, yes 17, no 35. In testimony thereof, I hear and accept my hand and take security and with my office in Missouri and its fifth day of April 2024. County owned election authority, Newton County, Missouri.
It's been a year since we've done this. Can you remind me, do we need a vote or a roll call? Just a vote, not a roll call. Okay, so I would entertain a motion on it.
Make a motion that we accept the election results as presented.
I'll second.
Okay, Doreen has made the motion to accept the election results as printed. Good night. I tell you what, guys. Doreen has made the motion to accept the election results as presented. Bobby White has seconded that. All those in favor? 3-0. Okay. Congratulations, guys. say farewell to Mr. Carroll.
Oh, hey, Carol.
Can you guys believe I didn't even vote for this guy?
Yeah, yeah.
Thanks, Gabe.
I didn't vote for him when he was put on
Say
this.
a speech.
Yes,
Speech, yeah, speech, please, speech.
Am I supposed to?
Yeah,
Do it, give a
of
speech.
course.
Okay, so I can drag it out. I know
Yeah.
you guys.
So Chrissy sits on your lap, I guess.
No. Okay, I'll say. So I'll just say thanks for letting me do this. I know Ira appointed me, so I would thank him even though he's not here. But these guys, like, I think we've done a lot. And we get along, we communicate, we disagree, but we still work through it. So I think my biggest complaint is, like, we don't get support. She doesn't get support. I really don't understand that one. Like, people have bashed her. No, people have bashed her. And you look at Main Street, and she's done most of fixing up shops and businesses. So I think we've been really unfair to her. And of course, Doreen and Bobby, like, they put in time. I don't, I'll be honest with you. And I have excuses, but they're just excuses. But so I think they get a bad rap, and I think these ladies don't get recognition either. And then of course, these guys over here, like, we don't say thank you enough. But my example would be if say Victor and Jim and his guys decide, hey, we're not coming to work next week, we're screwed. Yeah. And it'd be the same way with Murphy and his guys, police department. I think AJ and Jason's not here, but yeah, I mean, Jason's not here. But they stuck through some hard times until I think we got that. We did a good job of fixing that. And we've made bad decisions, obviously. There was a couple that may have caused some problems, but yeah, so I would say thanks. I want to say one thing though. I did, when I ran the first time, I ran the same time she did, and I doubled her in voting.
However.
No. That has no excuses. I doubled.
This
No.
North and south, that's why.
I
Okay.
doubled.
I'll give it to you.
I
for
was
this
more
minute.
popular. I beat her double the votes.
And this is why we're looking at our wards, because he doubled the votes, and I look and say.
It's
how-
a popularity contest.
It's, the percentage though, we were so close in
Who
percentage, I
did
was
you
like,
run
how
against,
did you get
Gabe?
so many
Wait,
votes?
who did you run against, Gabe?
I won. I won. Yeah. Hey, and then, so I'll give her advice, you know, gotta give her some advice. So the one bit of advice I was thinking about, which you'll appreciate. So anytime you see stuff on Facebook, thoughts and views, wherever it's at, and, you know, because there are some dumb people that post things, and they will bash you, they'll bash them. So I would say, always comment back.
Good advice.
That's my only advice I got. But thanks, everybody.
Thanks, Gabe.
Thank you again.
Now, David,
What?
you've heard before.
Oh, well, he's not here. But I was gonna say, for Martin, I was gonna get a smile. I was gonna say, Gomer Goober is out. Because that was my name, apparently, for Martin.
Thank
You
you.
did great, sir. Have a seat.
Now, David, you've heard before, you don't have to
Now,
leave,
I'm
you
gonna
just
warn
need
you.
to stay here.
Gabe
I'm
had to
good.
break it on tape. Gabe did that voice. I'm fine, so no problem.
We'll get it to him.
Want me to hand that to him?
If you want to.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
nice,
that-
thanks.
Thanks, Jerry.
Okay. Oh my goodness. You guys always keep it real. I love it. Okay, new business. Bills to pay, balances on hand.
This is just a question because I don't know what it is, but we have Essence Chemical Company, 10-gallon total kill. What's that about?
Yeah, weed killer, total vegetation.
Okay, thank you.
Must work good.
I tell you what, some of that does. It's in grain these Mars.
We put that between our departments on it. They use it as vegetation, we use it on sidewalks.
I'm sure you guys use it a lot. I mean, it's,
Yeah, this guy cleans it last, you spray one time, you don't spray it any next year. That's the new stuff.
yeah.
Why do we have a late fee on our Lowe's payment? Okay.
Some of the bills are brought, I can speak for those, some of the bills are not. I don't know.
And the tablets, what is that for? Is that for the tablets, we need for the concession? Thank you. Do you have a time frame when we're gonna get those, if we sit down and set up like it is, see how they work?
I
It's
don't,
on those.
I think you can, the maintenance side is popping monthly, and so I have a new arrangement that we have with them.
Okay,
And we'll get one for the next week. So we can move it up now.
okay.
How many park benches did we get?
Yes, we want to think. Is it 23, I think?
23? I know you guys said there's a trailer for. And do we have Hollow Lane? Do we have a Hollow Lane?
We do now.
Where's that?
Going to Rick and Cindy's, the new
Yeah.
house with Mark Bettis.
Yeah.
New house, I guess you live there on the way.
Okay. I like that name. I thought that was cute. Yeah, down there by Bud.
We like 5 or 6 houses there.
Hollow
It's Hollow Lane.
Does it go, I guess goes back the south off of Cherry Street?
North.
Goes north, okay, I know where those are.
Yeah, left, his name.
Thanks. Thank you. There we go.
I make a motion that we approve the bills to pay and balances on hand.
I'll second.
Okay, Doreen has made the motion to go ahead and approve the bills to be paid and the balances on hand. Bobby has seconded that. All those in favor? So 3-0. Okay, moving on to department head reports. Chief Williams, would you mind to tell the council what you received today?
We received a grant for 50% of our free foolproof vest.
All
Okay.
right, that's great.
Chief Murphy, would you like to also share?
We received a grant for 50% pay at new homes.
All right.
Awesome. We got one more thing today, right?
We did get a patrol car, an old Crown Vic from
Terrific.
It's white. It's white.
I'll check it. Yeah.
give it this right? I'd like to put this right now.
So that's some great news,
That is
guys.
some
Thank
good
you for
news.
working with Wendy on those. We really appreciate you guys taking your time to do that. I think it paid off.
And it shows, giving those copies for Wendy to parking
Yeah.
lot.
You're right.
Yeah, it does. She's working really hard.
She is. She's doing good.
She texted me the other day and was asking me to start having mayor's meetings. So I've actually talked to 2 different mayors and we're setting up a meeting. Yeah.
All right. How are we coming on the mapping of the water meter, the lines, lead line survey?
They've been in, thank you, which I'm, they done, they worked 8 days on that thing. It's just a slow process.
Slow
You have to
process.
take pictures of everyone. See, it's for that lead line
Uh-huh.
inventory. And they have to, put in GPS coordinates, take pictures, and like I said, I never, we thought it'd be like them reading meters, like, it's time consuming.
Yeah. Murphy, what was the back to school night at East Newton?
They have it every year for like 3K and they have games and stuff inside on the gym. It's something we do every year.
Okay.
Can,
We would set the mayor on fire and run through.
Dave already talked about that.
Yeah. Be nice to them.
isn't that something you do the first of the school year?
Yeah.
Well, this is for the ones that are getting ready to go to Head Start and stuff.
Oh.
For next year.
Okay.
I know it says back to school, but that's what they call it.
Oh, that's,
So you're just seeing the little pre-K kids that are moving into.
You're right,
Okay.
like the dare officers or SRA officers. And then conservation, quite a few, they got a bunch of games and stuff. It's the valley.
I didn't know about it.
That's something that Head Start does, is really, they involve the fire department, the police department a lot.
Really, that's good.
The kids aren't scared of them.
Important. It is important. They're coming into your home. You want them to be not afraid, for sure.
We, report, do the mileage report, Trevor?
Okay, man.
Love that, but where's the gas receipt and the cost of fuel?
Trevor asked me if I was to check on our
Okay. Because I was gonna ask Murphy the same thing, of where his fuel costs are too. Just, cause are we not talking about trying to get a card to get that? So I'd like to be able to just have justification of getting a card for those departments, so.
He asked me, and I told him that.
I'd love the report.
Yeah, we can go back and pull,
I
all
figured
the
you
last
could.
month's,
Yeah.
gas, cards if we need to. That there, new form that goes with the mileage on the pro cards, a lot of time we had to do it by hand.
Uh-huh.
Before, I have actually turned on the module in our computer that it actually logs, it does not allow you to go all the way into the computer, it takes you log your miles in to begin, and when you shut your computer down, it logs your miles out.
Nice.
Thank you.
Yeah, I love that form, but I would like to know how much we're spending on gas so we can have the justification of getting you your credit cards for that.
Those cards are supposed to basically pay for themselves in a way too, aren't they? 'Cause
We
you-
get cash back.
I've been in contact with him, and depending on how many gallons of gas determines, what discount we get per gallon. I don't think we would qualify for more than 2 cents per gallon because we don't buy a lot of gas compared to other municipalities. They want to charge us $4 per card per month, and so I'm negotiating with them to see if they can do that.
Yeah.
That's a lot, honestly.
I'll make a motion that we approve the department head reports.
I'll second.
Doreen has made the motion to go ahead and approve the department head reports. Bobby has seconded that. All those in favor? 3-0.
On mine on the Sergeant Long Cemetery, that's every department. Came from out health, Lance, Michael, everybody was there.
How long did it take?
Took a day to mow it, 2 days weeding, so when it comes, weeding 2 days.
Thank you, yeah, I appreciate that.
But that was just, everybody jumping in and that's, yeah.
Makes it easier. Okay, number 3, police department pay scale. Chief Williams has presented a pay scale here to you guys. I believe that what's in the parentheses beside is the total cost of that officer for the year, correct? That's including all fringe. So we have to remember when we pay somebody, we pay them basically 1 1/4 of what their salary is, correct? Am I?
That's the cost of living and taxes and losses.
You're the better way of saying it for sure. But it's 1 1/4 every time you see it, basically. So he's just presenting this to see what you guys think. Since you haven't looked at it in the past, the basic difference here is you see that health and medical is not provided. It's actually baked back into, instead of that stipend, it bakes it back into that, is what it does. So in the past where it might have been $15 starting out, it now adds that back. And then we just basically state we do not have health insurance for like that $100. And I think you also kind of changed the part where, in the past it was they had to work for Granby the entire time on each rung, basically was what it was. Now it basically states that if they come in, we're also accepting seasoned officers, and they'll come in on these officer levels as opposed to having to work for Granby the entire time.
Years of service, total and loss.
Yes. Okay. So that's another change too.
And our budget can sustain those rates, Lana?
That's just part of the discussion that we had. So, I have not put these numbers into our upcoming budget. Our budget now works, but simply because we've been short-staffed. So we haven't had that, payroll revenue for the police department right now. I would recommend to the board if they decide to hire somebody before the next budget, that we take this on a case-by-case basis at the moment until we get a new budget in place. That's just my recommendation.
I do have a question. If you were to put this in place, we technically have officers right now that make less than this 1802. So, I'm sorry?
And all the officers that we currently have at the military.
Okay.
So we can take this on a case-by-case basis until we can get the new budget set?
We hire somebody right now. The conversation was, he was, interviewing an officer with several years of experience, and the recommendation was, the 2102 rate of pay for that individual.
And yeah, to be exact, he was 20 years of service.
20
20 years of service.
And so I just would recommend that they continue with that method and setting the budget is put in place and all the things from the company. That would be the recommendation.
Okay, I'll make a motion that we will adopt this pay policy or, pay scale at the beginning of the July 2024 budget. If it flushes out in our budget plan, but this will be the scale that is used if we are hiring at this point.
I'll second it.
Okay, Doreen has made the motion to go ahead and put this, there was a lot of words in there, in for the, July 1, 2025 budget year. And Bobby has seconded that. All those in favor? 3-0. When you budget that, do you look at, reserves, and do you budget specifically how much reserves we can put into it sometimes?
In the previous year,
Okay. I know, we are still shorthanded an officer. We really do need to, make sure that we are paying them a decent wage, for sure. Okay, number 4, ordinance 928, adopting ordinance.
this one has been posted, for 10 days, so it's in the
Okay.
I move to accept Bill number 928 on the first reading by number and title only after having been posted publicly for 10 days.
She needs to read it first.
Okay?
Yeah. We need her to read it. She's just reading the title of the ordinance. Would you like to see it? Here, I'll hand you the whole. Okay, I'll hand you the ordinance. There you go.
Okay,
And
that's
now
it.
you can,
I move to accept Bill number 928 on the first reading by number and title only after having been posted publicly for 10 days.
Okay, Bobby has made the motion to accept the ordinance. Christine has seconded that. Would you like a roll call?
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Okay, motion passes. We are ready for ordinance 929.
first reading, suspend the rules and place bill number 929 on the second and final reading by title number only.
Okay, Doreen has made the motion to, accept bill number 929. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Bobby has seconded that. Roll call, please.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Bill number 929 passes.
Second reading,
Oh, I'm sorry.
Bobby. Second reading.
Oh, I move to accept bill number, what was it, 929 on the second and final reading by number and title only.
I'll second.
Okay, Bobby's made the motion to accept bill number 929. Doreen has seconded that. Roll call, please.
She needs to read it.
She needs to read it again.
Oh, my Lord.
Bill number 19, ordinance of the city of Grand Missouri, declaring the results of the general election of Union City of Grand County, Missouri, on the second day of April 2020.
I move to accept bill number 929 on the second and final reading by number and title only.
Second.
Bobby has made the motion to accept bill number 929. Doreen has seconded that. Roll call, please.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Practice makes perfect. Bill number 929 passes. Okay, number 6, resolution for the authorization for DNR. I know Bobby has some questions she would like to ask.
I do, yes. My paper here. On this that we're wanting to do on this, on the AMRs, automatic readers, is the software cost figured into the total?
Yeah.
Okay,
It shows that, annual software hosting and support is, $1,430.
okay,
That's annually?
Yeah, that's what the housing bid said.
okay.
And this is really not a, this is, the DNR or the engineers need this in order to go forward to even get the money to even see about it. This is really not a down-to-earth bid. It's
Okay.
just, a price for the engineers to give to the DNR.
So if we do get them, say it is approved and we get the readers, is this gonna be compatible with our billing?
I think that we talked to Lana on that. It is.
It will be compatible? Okay. It says in here it's going to be an increase of the monthly rates of $1.15. Does that include any additional meter fees? Or is that the addition with the meter fee?
It's not a meter fee. It's if you were using the SRF loans, that's what it increases it, because what they do is they take that total, they put it back in. On that first, let's see, on this page right here is where they put it in. I do
Uh-huh.
have one question, and I'll ask Bree about it. The median income is 34,113. 2% of that's 5686, and their estimated average monthly cost is 64, which is higher. Do you guys know why?
I don't, I'm wondering if there's any, the money that we're collecting right now, that's from dollars or their pocket cost.
It might. That might be it.
So we won't know if it's going to increase the meter fee? I mean, it's specifically the meter fee is what I'm looking at. Right now, we get so many complaints about what the meter fees are. If we raise them more, getting these new readers in, I would think that you would have to.
I don't know where that, the dollar fifteen is right now, so I have to be engineer.
Okay.
It is on their amendment number 1. Let's see, I'll read what it states. It states, assuming the additional cost would be financed by 100% SFR loan funds, then additional required increase in the monthly water rates would be in the range of $1.15 based on the assumed loan rate of 2% with a 30-year term, approximately 900 users. So this is an assumption. Basically what they're saying is if you got 100% of the $9.8 million and you had to pay back all of that, and these were added on, it's not just, the 270 is not just your meters, I mean, that's for your meters, but they also have additional estimated cost of the project. So if you look at the original, that's what I was doing, was comparing the original preliminary engineering report. So the original opinion of the cost was 9.2 million.
Right.
It is 9.8 now that they've narrowed down some of the costs. And if you jump down there, it states additional costs are based on continued inflationary pressures since the project cost estimate in the original PER was prepared. So it's basically saying, as this goes, there are increases, basically, is what's happening. So, for example, where your environmental and cultural review was estimated at 10,000, it is actually 35, is what it's really costing us. So those kind of costs, they're coming back in and reflecting what it's been costing us so far. Because we have not stopped on the project.
Right.
Taking in the money right now is allowing us to continue with it without freezing. And so they're getting real-time costs that they're putting in there and they're sending to DNR, basically. Does that make sense?
It does make sense, but what I'm questioning is we're going to add an additional project. We're looking for 900 new radio read meters to the tune of $270,000. Is that going to actually benefit the city? Are we still going to have two men that read meters? One to read the gas meter, one to
One
read...
person will be able to read the gas, and this program too is, adaptable to, we can do, retrofit on our gas meters. And
But you're still going to have someone within range to read the meter with the reader.
on this, no, it's just drive-by.
Right, a drive-by, but I mean, you're still going to have somebody driving by with the
Yeah,
reader to
that
read
takes
it.
about an hour and a half, 2 hours.
To take for the whole town?
Yeah,
Okay,
so they'll read, it's quite a distance,
okay, so
they'll read out.
that's what I was wondering about, the
Yeah.
cost effectiveness of it. Okay, thank you.
Additionally, though, I'm sorry about that one, they're doing away with the old analog meters. We're eventually gonna have to go through.
And I really think it'd be a good thing for us to have it. It's just, you don't want to get in a fix where there's been situations where other places have done this, and they get their meters, and then they find out, hey, our billing's not compatible. We're going to have a whole new billing system. So I'm just wanting to make sure that we don't get in a fix where we're in the same situation. That's all the questions I have.
Other questions, ladies?
Our announcements.
So then we'll need to read that resolution and the council president to sign or authorizing,
I don't have the resolution in front of me for some reason.
I don't think.
Oh, never mind, I'm sorry, it was typed under. My apologies.
just an authorization to sign. Like we previously did on that web service line and then
motion to accept this resolution of the governing body application resolution. And Christie has seconded that. Would you like a roll call or just all in favor?
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, at this time, okay, I didn't think you did. At this time, we're gonna move to public comment time. Please keep your comments, on topic and 3 minutes. Thank you. Is there someone signed up? I'm sorry, Cliff. Thank you. Okay, let's see who we have. Steve White.
Not much. I just signed my name just in case I wanted to say something.
You got him very well.
3 minutes,
Oh,
buddy.
you good?
Entertain us for 3 minutes.
Park benches, are they being placed in the park?
They're at the ballpark. They have placed them at the ballpark.
And then there's one in front of the senior center and one in front of the new city hall.
21 maybe? The benches?
Just one over there and one over there.
There's 21 of them.
The rest, I think, are all down there, yes. I think what happened is the boys were waiting for someone to kind of help them know where to put them. So they organized them and put them where they thought would be best. They have came to us and said, hey, let us know. We haven't set them completely. Let us know where you'd like for us to move them, is what they've, and they're just waiting on instruction.
There's a couple we're gonna move.
We went, Christy and I finally had time together to go down there, and we've, got a couple suggestions, so we'll get with you after the meeting, if that's okay, Jim.
I do know somebody stated the other day that they already saw the ball kids using the ones down the walkway there.
I love those
are-
ones.
those
would
are
be
sharp.
great. If you're tired, you can take a little break. You're older. Trying
How
to-
about the dog park? The left door back, back side, is that big,
Hey,
It's on order.
He needs to get
Wait,
the
I'll see
microphone
back on
so
there.
people can hear him.
Steve, if you would like to make any further comments, you need to be at the microphone.
I'm done.
Yeah, get it.
Thank you. You can't hear me?
I can hear you. It's all the people out there. Steve wanted to know about the ballpark benches and the roll-up door on the dog park. There will be an open, a grand opening of our dog park on May 10th at 10 a.m. I believe that's correct. May 10th. Let me make sure I'm not lying to you guys.
That's what you,
I am just the queen of misspeaking up here.
that's what you told me earlier was 10.
You can bring
ribbon
cats, I
cutting.
wouldn't recommend it. Especially since, some dogs don't like them. Let me make sure that Sally had texted me today.
They would get their exercise.
Yes,
I mean,
May
it's a
10th,
park.
10 a.m. Everyone is welcome to come.
And we're also planning a big opening night for Little League, which will be May 13th, Monday night is our first games. So we encourage people to come out May 13th and support our Little League.
Okay. Steve, we finished out your 3 minutes for you, okay?
Exactly.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Mark Shaw,
Oh, no.
You made him nervous, baby. That's all.
if that red light's not on, it's not. There you go.
Wasn't on. So I just have general comment, kind of segueing off of Gabe's departure and Christie's coming into the council. So, and I'll speak maybe on my behalf and Carrie's as well. So as being new citizens to Granby, we've been here a little over a year now. And sometimes recognizing people verbally instead of trashing and bashing on Facebook, can go a long way, just from a person standpoint. So we want to let people know that, without infrastructure, we're new. So we're from big cities all our life, and now we're in a little town, so we're trying to learn our way around. But from day one when we got here, we've had nothing but absolute help. Any questions we had, any corners we had to turn,
You said help, right, not help?
help.
I thought
But
we had a different conversation the other day, but
we did, but without infrastructure, right, you can't go anywhere. So Jim's department, we want to recognize him and all his guys. They went, anytime we had an issue or a problem, he did whatever he could to resolve it, which has been tremendous for us. The police department, we had to leave town in emergency a couple times, and they monitor our property for us, which we appreciate that. The fire department, they helped us with doing some extras up at our property. We'll just leave it at that. So we recognize you folks as well. And more so, or equally, is everybody up here, right? I see on Facebook all the time, I really want to answer it, but like Gabe said, answer it, don't. Because all you're going to do is stir that fire, stir that pot. If you want to answer it, just be direct. Say, you know what, like I did yesterday, I finally answered one. And some lady had a concern, I said, bring your concern to city council. Love to see you. You know, bring it up and let all you folks help them in the direction they need to go. But what some people don't realize in this small town is you all have full-time jobs. So to volunteer to do all the work you're doing at the ballpark and all these extra committees, it goes a long way for us. So I just want to recognize everybody here, let everybody know we appreciate what you do for us, and we're here if you need anything. Just let us know. I'll volunteer more in a few months, but we're getting out to the ballpark. We went out a few days ago to try to understand how that operation works, and working with Christy and some of her side stuff that she does. So anyway, that's all I got. Just want to let you know.
Thanks for helping.
All right, you're welcome.
Thank you. I have to admit, I called a mayor of a different town today, and the first thing she said, I said, my name's Jamie Conway, I'm the mayor of Granby. She said, oh, I know who you are, I read about you in the paper all the time, and don't worry, I don't believe it. So I thought, okay, well, at least somebody's on our side there, so. Alrighty, anything else? Anyone else? I would entertain a motion that we adjourn. Thank you.
Second.
Okay, Doreen's made the motion, we dismiss. Bobby has seconded that. All those in favor? 3-0. We are adjourning at 6:59.
We're getting good.